Hi there, I'm Crystal Allen, and welcome to City Beat, by the way. Happy New Year. Well, with the new year, we're kicking off something new right here on City Beat. So, what is it? Well, I'm so glad you asked. In fact, that's the name of the new segment. I'm glad you asked, where we answer some of your commonly asked questions by way of different departments throughout the city. So for our first installment, we turn to Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Affairs. Let's take a look. How do I know if my event needs a permit?
I'm so glad you asked. You know your citywide special event needs a permit if you are doing something outside of the scope of your business license. So you're either having an event in the public right of way, which could include our city streets, our city sidewalks, or even our alleyways, sometimes in a parking lot outside of your business. That might also need a special event permit. Or perhaps you're having vendors or alcohol or food trucks and those sorts of things. Temporary structures would also require a special event permit, and those could be pop-up tents and even portable restrooms.
I'm a food vendor. How can I be a part of a special event?
So if you're a food vendor and you want to be part of a special event in the city of Las Vegas, if you're a mobile food vendor, you do need to have your City of Las Vegas mobile food vending license, as well as a recently passed fire inspection on your truck or trailer. If you don't have a mobile food vending unit and you want to operate out of a tent at a special event, you don't have to have your City of Las Vegas business license. Of course, it's encouraged, but you can operate with a vendor tag for the day. The cost is $10 per tag per day, and that's going to be part of the special event application process.
I have an idea for a special event. How can I get started?
If you have an idea for a special event, we would love to talk with you. Just give us a call at 702-229-6171 or email events@lasvegasnevada.gov, and our team is going to help you get all of the checkpoints in order that you need to meet in order to permit your event successfully. If you have other jurisdictions that your event impacts, don't worry, just give us a call, we'll get you started, and we'll make sure that everyone is included so you get all of the permits and licenses that you need to have a safe and successful event in Las Vegas.
How do I find out about upcoming events?
I suggest you find out about upcoming events by going to lasvegasnevada.gov, the Residents tab, and then click on Events. You're going to see all of the upcoming events and activities. You can plan ahead and enjoy all that the City of Las Vegas has to offer for our citizens and visitors.
Thanks, Jasmine. Well, you can find out about all things downtown and stay in the know when it comes to our big city events, everything from First Friday to Helldorado and everything in between. Just sign up for our newsletter. It's easy to do. Go to lasvegasnevada.gov/newsletters. All right, so what's better than one new segment? Two. We have another I'm so glad you asked coming up in just a few moments, but first, I want to introduce you to a place that you might not have known about. Its sole purpose here in the city is to answer your city-related questions. It's called the Customer Care Center, and it's always ready to take your call.
Hi, I'm Jade. I'm a senior call center specialist here at the City of Las Vegas, and I work in the Care Center. A lot of people don't realize that we're right across the street from City Hall. Come inside and let me show you what we do. Here we are inside of the lobby at the Care Center, where it's very air conditioned and it feels great. We have 3 different cashier windows where you can come in and you can pay a multitude of different services, such as your business license, sewer payments, even parking tickets. But we all know that Las Vegas is very hot and not everyone wants to come out during the day, which is why we have a call center. Let's check it out. And now we're in the call center. And here we answer a multitude of calls, anything from paying parking tickets to wanting to get authorization for a movie. Here we have Darwin and Renee. Say hi, guys. We love Las Vegas, and we want you to love Las Vegas as well. So no question is a crazy question. Come on down and see us. We're here Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. or give us a call at 702-229-CITY. I hope you enjoyed the tour. See you soon.
Again, that number to reach our Customer Care Center, 702-229-CITY. They're available Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. And if you want to catch them on the weekends, they have an automated assistant to help you out. Okay, now let's go back to our new segment. I'm glad you asked. This is round 2. We're still hanging out with our Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Affairs Department. This time, these commonly asked questions all have to do with lights, camera, action. Let's check it out. What if I'm shooting a film or photo shoot? Do I need a permit?
Yes, you'll need a permit if you're shooting a film or a photo shoot if it's in City of Las Vegas jurisdiction, so that includes city sidewalks, city streets, and city facilities. You'll also need a permit if you're going to be filming in residential areas, or if your permit includes any special effects such as pyrotechnics or fire, or if it's going to be anything related to police-like activity like fight scenes, chase scenes, or any police-like uniforms.
Does the size of your crew determine whether you need a permit?
No, the size of your crew does not determine if you need a permit. What determines it is if you're going to be using special effects or if it's in our jurisdiction, like in the right of way.
Are there certain areas within city limits where you don't need a permit?
So you won't need a permit from us if you're filming on commercial private properties, such as a casino or a restaurant or anything of that sort. What you will need a permit for is if you happen to be using any special effects or if there's going to be police-like activity.
Thanks, Jamie. Well, we're so glad that you asked so that we could get answers to your questions. Headed your way after this short break.
Oh, so can you see?
The city pauses to say thank you to local law enforcement. We take you inside the community celebration. Plus, a ride along with our deputy city marshals. As you'll see, they patrol a lot more than just the downtown area. Stay with us. City Beat returns in a couple minutes.
They say that when you're facing extreme danger, your life flashes before you. If you think that's sad, consider facing it before you even have enough life to flash before your eyes. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Deaths and injuries can be prevented by using the right car seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to know what is appropriate for each age and size.
We scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs.
Thanks so much for staying with us. Well, for our next 2 stories, we head to the northwest part of the valley. Our focus is local law enforcement. Our Deputy City Marshal Police patrol a lot more than just the downtown area. Our city YouTubers, Meredith and Guy, take us for a ride along with our DPS marshals.
Today I'm hopping in the front seat of a police car to ride along with one of our deputy city marshals to the far northwest part of the valley to see how they keep our community safe. We talk a lot about how our Department of Public Safety patrols and protects downtown, but what you may not know is that we have deputy city marshals throughout the city of Las Vegas. Our first stop, the newly renovated Northwest Substation. The location of this substation gives the marshals a presence in this area of the community, making this part of town more accessible. Instead of responding from downtown, the marshals can respond to calls out of this substation, cutting about 20 minutes off response times to the northwest part of the valley. Ward 6 is an ever-expanding part of the city, so it's vital for the marshals to have this station as an access point to the area.
Well, you got more officers here now, so you actually have officers in place, you have vehicles here. Officers actually report to work here rather than going all the way downtown, then having to drive all the way out here to respond to calls.
Some city properties this substation puts the marshals closer to include the Centennial Hills Park and YMCA, Majestic Park, Allen Beck Memorial Park, and of course, Floyd Lamb Park. So we've seen the Northwest Substation, now let's go check out a Northwest Park.
Let's go.
Our next stop takes us to the beautiful Floyd Lamb Park at Tule Springs out in the far northwest part of the city.
Hey there, Meredith.
Service. I can't let myself out of the car because I'm in the back of it.
Oh yeah, it's locked.
First time riding in the back of a cop car. Not fun. Would not recommend. Yeah, I get it. The videographer has to ride up front. Car sick. The marshals get at least one call per day out to this park specifically. So if there's a call out at Floyd Lamb Park, would you say what officer would probably be here in around 5 minutes?
Or less.
Or less, okay.
Or less.
That quick response time is thanks to none other than the Northwest substation serving this area. When it comes to our beautiful city parks, Officer Barrera always tells the younger officers this.
Come out here, enjoy your lunch, and let the public see you. That way you can do two things at once. You can have your lunch and just oversee and make sure, everybody's safe and having a good time. You see a bunch of kids throwing a football or a baseball, a frisbee. Go out there and interact.
Before we left, I had to talk to a park resident. How's your day going? Is it good? You just ducking about? Ducking around?
I did not sign a waiver, ma'am.
In addition to parks, the marshals also protect city buildings such as community centers, which there are several of in the Northwest and West areas. We popped in to Cimarron Rose Community Center.
So this one is in the Northwest area, and it would literally take us less than 5 minutes to get here from the substation.
Thanks, Meredith and Guy. For our second stop, we head to Wayne Bunker Park as the community celebrated Law Enforcement Appreciation Day.
Honor guard! On team! Honor guard, pipe band! To the right, forward, march!
Oh, so can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
With the first publicly funded organized police force being created in Boston in 1838, it's hard to believe that this day has only been observed since 2015. It's an estimated that there are currently 7,000 law enforcement officers here in the state of Nevada. Being a law enforcement officer isn't just a job, it's a way of life.
The honor, the dedication, the valor, the resilience, the courage every single day. And to our officers, thank you for what you do every single day. And to our partners, our elected officials, our community members, our mayor, our sheriff, thank you for standing with us. Thank you, community. Thank you for standing tall. We're going to continue to ensure that Southern Nevada is the gold standard for law enforcement throughout the country. Folks that are not here with us today that we've lost over the years, and those are the folks that we think about, and those are the folks that days like today, it should be a reminder of how very special it is being a police officer and a first responder and a member of a law enforcement organization is in this community. But also we take a few moments of silence here today just to remember the folks that came before us that are no longer here, the folks that may have given their lives in the line of duty. Those families and those folks are never far from the thoughts of myself and Sheriff McMahill. We think of you and we think of your families every day, and we'll never ever forget the sacrifice that you all have made.
As mayor, on behalf of the city of Las Vegas, and on behalf of the hundreds of thousands of people that call Las Vegas home, I want to thank you for your service, your dedication, your sacrifice to keep the rest of us safe. Thank you for your service. I appreciate you more than you could ever imagine.
City Beat returns after this.
Selfie. Nailed it.
Welcome back. If you're not hungry now, after this next story, you will be. We've mapped out a delicious dining itinerary. Follow along with our bloggers, Deza and Lexi.
As we all know, downtown Las Vegas is full of amazing eateries and bars. Today, we're doing a food crawl on Carson Avenue to try some of the delicious food and drinks downtown Las Vegas has to offer.
Let's go.
We're starting our dining experience off with some drinks
At none other than Downtown Terrace in Container Park.
Let's go. And there's no better way to start this dining experience than with mimosas. Cheers! Moving on from our mimosas, we decided to spoil ourselves with some of these specialty cocktails. I got the Mexican watermelon punch, and that is
This one is cool as a cucumber.
Cheers! Like, this is the healthiest meal I've eaten all year. Just kidding, no. Next up on our food crawl,
We're gonna go over to 7th and Carson for some appetizers.
and when I tell you it is right across the street from Downtown Terrace, I mean it is right across the street. We're here at 7th and Carson on their beautiful patio to try some of their amazing appetizers. First up, we have crispy chicken wings with a spicy and sweet chili sauce. Let's get into it. Oh my God. If you like spicy food, this is for you.
So this right here is the wood fire bread, and these are some delicious dips. We've got tzatziki, hummus, and a few other delicious ones.
It looks so good. Here we have the pear and arugula salad. Let's give her a try. Let's just get that perfect bite. I think that is pretty good.
Who says you can't have dessert in an appetizer? This right here is the Cinnabon pull-apart bread. This is a nice little sweet treat before brunch. Quite delicious.
Here's this one is called the curry pasties. They said it's root vegetables curried inside of these puff pastries. So good luck to anybody who has to smell my breath after this. Amen. I don't know about you, but one of my favorite parts about dining downtown is how walkable everything is. Like literally everything is almost right next to each other. So now we're headed to our last stop for our food crawl in Carson Avenue.
We're gonna get some entrees at Carson Kitchen.
Let's head on in. This is their short rib steak with a pesto sauce on top. Let's try it in one bite.
Next, we have the Alabama white chicken thighs. Looks quite crispy on the outside. Gotta get some sauce on that. So tender. It's got a little kick to it.
Thank you, Deja and Lexi. Yeah, I think I'll be joining you for the next assignment. All right, there is no question that people in the city love their fur babies, and the Animal Foundation is working to try to find forever homes for so many animals in the city. Just wait until you see who they brought by to hang out with us. Hillary Gray, it's so good to have you, the CEO of the organization. And who do you
so
have
much.
here? Oh,
yes, we brought two friends today. This is Papaya that I'm holding, and you are holding Mr. Figgy. They are two puppies of a 9-puppy litter that came into the Animal Foundation.
And I tell you what, they're not going to be there long. Probably by the time you see this, they may have their forever home already, right?
So sweet.
Oh
and
my
excited for their close-up.
And you know, if you need a little help with your fur baby in terms of kind of, you know, maybe teaching them like how to have better manners or how they can, you know, just be the best little fur baby they can be on their best behavior. You guys have a Bark to Basics program, which I think is so cute.
We do. You know, we have a really great behavior team at the shelter that works with our shelter dogs and, you know, train some of the bigger dogs on basic manners to help them get adopted. And so for a long time, they've wanted to start a public training program.
Yeah.
So we have Bark to Basics. The people that lead the class are certified professional dog trainers, which is a status that's hard to get.
Yes.
They have all these initials after their name, just like the DVMs.
Sure.
And there's only a few of them in Nevada.
Wow. Okay.
But they're small group classes. They're very affordable. It's like a 5-week series of classes. If you've adopted from us, we'll give you 20% off. And then the other interesting thing is often we hear from people on that theme of keeping pets in homes that, oh gosh, I really like this dog that I've adopted, but he digs in the yard or he jumps or he's really reactive to the door.
Right.
And sometimes when we hear on our hotline that we'll talk about too, from people that are considering surrendering a dog for a behavior like that, we refer them right into our class. And we've even scholarshiped people to the class and said, let us help you with that issue so that you can keep that dog that you love. And people cry and are so grateful for that.
We just don't want any barriers to keep, you know, the puppies or, you know, the kitties away from their pet owners because we want to keep them in those forever homes.
Yeah, you know, people think about the Animal Foundation and they think about the shelter and adoption and foster and getting pets into homes. But an important part of our mission is keeping pets in their loving homes and the different ways that we can help make those adoptions successful.
Well, one of the ways you do that too is kind of providing some resources and just some help for maybe pet owners that are having a tough time with your community pet pantry, right?
That's right. We have, and you've been out to see our pet food pantry.
It's amazing.
It's part of our KEPT program, which stands Alliance for keeping every pet and person together. And through that program, we have grants to help people with pet deposits and pet rent, some assistance with offsetting the cost of vet care that we can't provide in our clinic from time to time. And then we do have our pet food pantry where people can get a little supply of pet food if that's what they need to kind of get through to, you know, their next job or go through whatever they're going through and keep their pet. We often have donated supplies and collars and leashes and things like that that we can help people with through that program. It's wonderful. And again, sometimes that is just that little bit of help is what they need to get through something.
You know, and something else that you mentioned that we didn't get a chance to talk about, your pet hotline.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's talk about that.
That's right. This is new this year, but in just about a year, they've received and dealt with more than 30,000 calls.
Wow,
it's our pet support hotline, open from 9 to 9, 7 days a week, staffed with live folks to help. And all of these things that we've been talking about today, they can help with. So if you have found a friendly lost pet in your neighborhood and you don't know what to do, you can call that hotline and they can walk you through some of the tips. They can help make an appointment for the clinic. They can get you into our pet food pantry or connect you with our KEP folks if you need a grant, if you're having a behavior issue and want to find out about our classes or other programs that we have, they can help with all of that.
But is there anything else before we just kind of wrap up here that you think would be important for, you know, our viewers to keep in mind?
Well, you know, we have every now and then we have fee-waived adoption events throughout the year. That helps us, again, because we have so many animals that are coming in from so many different sources. So if that is the reason that you're looking for to come and get a pet, you can do that. I think Figgy's falling asleep. It's so cute.
And so is Papaya.
But we do also, if you look at our website, it's updated almost in real time for adoptions and animals that have become adoptable. And you will see if we've had dogs, cats, critters that have been with us more than a week, you'll often see that they are fee waived. And so we do, our motivation is to get animals into good homes. And we want to make it easy for people to do that. We want to make it easy for people to get their pets back if they've lost them. And the more we can come together as a community, the better. But we work so well with our partners at the City of Las Vegas and Animal Protection Services and with our other jurisdictional partners. So anybody that's watching, please, you know, give the city a kudo for being such a good partner and taking that first step with the microchipping ordinance.
Well, it is definitely a partnership. So it takes all of us, right, to make this happen. And also I was going to mention fostering is also an option and also volunteering if people want to come.
Yes, and we do also still have foster field trips. And the winter is an amazing time to take a dog out for a foster field trip. You can go up to Mount Charleston and go for a hike in the snow, let the puppy play. And then we get so much information about that dog from those field trips that it does help us market them and get them adopted. And that's what it's all about.
Figgy and Papaya, too cute. It's very likely that they found their forever homes by the time you see this, and we certainly hope that they have. Well, that's all we have for this edition of City Beat. We thank you so much for inviting us in. I hope you're having a very happy and prosperous and safe new year. Until next time, I'm Crystal Allen. We'll see you then. Find out what's going on all over the city of Las Vegas by subscribing to the City Beat e-newsletter. Simply scan this QR code to get a preview of each show twice a month.